Hi, everyone. So I think today I decided I would like to do a reading to see what it is that we are manifesting. It's important to note that we are always manifesting, whether we know it or not. And it's generally whatever we are focused on the most, whatever is top of mind, that is generally what you're bringing in, whether you know it or not. So we're starting out the reading with the energy of the Lovers. And the Lovers is about following your heart. The Lovers is not about doing what society tells you to do or following necessarily all the rules. It's more about really going with your heart and your intuition. Traditionally, it's the card of, for example, if you were to be in an arranged marriage, but you decided to go with the person that you were in love with instead. That's the energy of the Lovers. Or perhaps your parents always wanted you to become a doctor, but you decided to follow your dream as an artist instead. That is the energy of the Lovers. It's really about answering your deepest calling. It's listening to your guides, your angels, your intuition, and deciding with your heart which way you should go. So it's very divinely guided, especially if you're listening. So, but let's keep going. But that's a nice energy to start out with. That feels like the energy that you are currently sitting in. The Empress, Two of Wands, Page of Swords, Queen of Pentacles. Underneath, the Star, Knight of Wands, Knight of Swords, the Devil, Four of Cups. And underneath everything is the Nine of Cups. So let's see. So it does feel like you are really struggling to feel empowered. Whatever this situation is, it feels like you're really trying to step into your power when it comes to making this decision, when it comes to following your heart. But it seems like the problem is you really can't quite feel like you are empowered enough to do something here. Like perhaps there is some kind of a chain you have to break, some kind of ancestral patterns, some kind of healing or rewriting of something. So to use the example again, if perhaps your entire family has always been doctors and you come from a long line of doctors, but now you're the one saying, no, I really want to direct films, or I really want to produce Hollywood or Broadway plays, whatever. It doesn't matter, but it's like you are rewriting it to say, yeah, I know that's what we've always done, but that's not for me. And it's time for me to go and do this thing that I'm being called to do. It's calling me. It's like you don't even have control over it anymore, but you're lacking the feeling that you're empowered enough to go and do it. You're still feeling reluctant to break out of this thing and go your own way. But you are seeing yourself as the Knight of Wands. This is how you're seeing yourself. So there's definitely this sense of a lot of healing going on in this situation. And I know that because the energy that you're headed straight towards is the Star. And before we can really, in a genuine way, move forward with our lives, you really have to do the healing first. So this is a good sign that you're headed towards this Star energy, that you're headed towards your healing. I'm also getting the sense too with this Star, I don't always, but I'm getting a strong feeling that there are ancestors in your energy. There are angels around you. I'm also getting a grandmother energy, and that's coming off of this Empress card here. It's like your grandmother, if you have a grandmother who has passed, or a grandmother figure or an ancestor who you know would be so proud of the fact that you are trying to break free. They're really communicating to you right now to do it, to go with the divine plan, to do the thing that they did not do in life that they now regret. When they're watching you from the astral realm, they're watching you on the earth realm, and they're saying, I should have done that. I should have been the one to break the chain. So now they're really encouraging you to do that. And you are seeing yourself as the Knight of Wands. So the Knight of Wands is someone who generally is very pure in their energy. The fire signs have a lot of purity and healing already going on in their lives. But the Knight of Wands is really someone who is goes after what they want. So I do think that you're kind of sitting in this energy. It's like you've started up the car and you can feel the engine running and it's humming and it sounds really good, and you just haven't put it in drive yet. You just haven't put it into first gear yet. You haven't done that yet. But it's like you can feel yourself going in that direction. You can feel yourself being called. You can feel yourself healing, but you just don't feel quite ready to just put it in drive yet in order to do that thing. So it seems like you're on this foundation that you're still kind of like, yeah, I know there's a whole new world out there with this Two of Wands. You know these options, these are giving off almost identical energies. You know your options are out there, and it's like you're holding it right in your hand and you know what to do, but you still haven't quite made that decision. It's still giving off that exact same energy as the car is running, but you're just not putting it into drive. So it feels like maybe there's even something here that you might want to learn, that you might want to research, because now I'm seeing the Suit of Swords coming up here. And so I feel like whenever I see the Suit of Swords, it's about information, it's about research, it's about learning, it's about reading. It's finding out things that you don't already know. So that may be the energy that's coming through, that if you research this topic a bit more, if you go and talk to Broadway producers, whatever it is for you, make it make sense for you. But if you go and talk to those people, that you might feel more empowered to go and break out and do that thing. So make that make sense for you. I think that will resonate somehow for each of you. I am seeing a person in your energy. This here, there is a Knight of Swords who is showing up around you. This is someone that you already know that is in your energy. And the Knight of Swords is a real sharpshooter. He knows what he wants. He goes after it. And he's always, always, always in search of the truth. The Knight of Swords is the truth seeker. He's always out running around searching for information. That is his role. But I feel like this is someone who is a very good friend to you. This is someone who is very loyal to you, someone who is very faithful to you. And I think that this person could be an ally for you when you're trying to get information, when you're trying to convey the truth to whomever may be blocking you in your family ancestry. Make it make sense for you. But whatever it is that's kind of slowing you down from pursuing your dreams, it does feel like you have an ally here, someone who's really going to help you with that, to gather the information that you need. I think that with this page of swords showing up here, it does feel like you have done your fair share of research on whatever this topic is that you're choosing to go towards. Or perhaps if this is a love interest that you are choosing to pursue, but your family won't allow it for whatever your cultural or religious reasons, whatever it is, it does feel like you've started to make a case for yourself to convince your family or your love interest family of why you should still be together. But because it's showing up as a page, it feels like you're just kind of starting to get that information together. The thing that's going to help you make your case to convince the people around you, so that you don't have to really necessarily cut ties with the world around you because you're choosing this person or because you're choosing this career. It's more like you want to just keep everybody together. You want to be able to choose that career and still have a good relationship with your parents. You want to be able to choose that love interest and have a good relationship with their family. So however that works, I think you're really kind of working on gathering enough information to be able to convince everyone. It's like you're trying to make a win-win situation here. The devil is showing up in your hopes and fears card, and I feel like, sorry, I'm trying to catch the energy off of this. So I know I'm stumbling there a little bit, but it is showing up in your hopes and fears. And so it's almost like it goes along with everything that we've been saying in the sense that you want to break free of this, but breaking free of it is also the thing that scares you the most. So it makes sense that it's a hope and a fear, because it is. It's your hope to break free of all of these chains, but then at the same time, you still kind of feel comfortable. You're in your comfort zone being bound up by it. And it's like this. Here you have these same two people. Here they're with an angel, and here they're with a devil. So it's like there's an angel and a devil on your shoulder, on each shoulder, and one is telling you to go one way and the other is telling you to go the other. The person, for example, your love interest is saying, no, come with me. It doesn't matter what my family thinks. But the devil is saying, well, of course it matters what your family thinks. It's everything. So we can't be together. So again, make it make sense. But that's very strongly here coming through about how you're feeling about it, which exactly explains why you know you're being called, but you haven't answered the call yet. You have started the car, you've put the keys in the ignition, but you just haven't put it in drive yet. So that's would explain why. So there is a Queen of Pentacles showing up here who is very heavily on your mind. So this is kind of confirming to me what I thought, that there is perhaps a family member or someone that you look to as a family member. The Queen of Pentacles is often my card for the mother. So I am getting this energy that you are very heavily on your mind, either your mother, your person's mother, a mother ancestor who's around you in the energy, but you are very, very focused on that person. And it could be because that person is the one who would completely disapprove of whatever this decision is that you want to be making. So that's what I think is happening here, is you are really you're focused so much on this person and what they think, that they're telling you that if you go with this person or if you go with that career, you're making a bad investment and it's going to be challenging for you. And they may be coming from a really good intentioned and well-intentioned place, but it's really not any of their business to make those decisions for you. If you are being called and you're being divinely led towards this person, towards this career, it really doesn't have anything to do with what your mother / whomever this is telling you, especially if you are specifically a grown adult. And if you happen to be someone who is a child listening to this reading, which I don't recommend you do anyway, but then of course you need to always listen to your mother. But anyway, I'm assuming we're talking to grown people here and that it's none of your mother's business. Her advice is hopefully welcomed and wonderful, but ultimately her decision, it's your life. Her decision doesn't matter. It's your decision that matters. You are the one showing up in the lover's energy. So the outcome, it looks like, for this particular situation is the Four of Cups. And so there is this sense in the Four of Cups where you're going to find a lot of peace and stability and balance in your emotions. And that really goes along with this star energy too, that you really have to do the healing, do the emotional healing first. Don't just jump into one way or the other. Don't just become a doctor just because. Don't just become a Broadway producer just because, to use our previous examples. Do the healing first, and then it will become much easier to step into your Empress power so that you can then follow your intuition and feel really good about it and really be able to convince the people in your energy to still accept you, even if they don't approve of necessarily your life's choices. But they really should just be accepting you anyway. It's a very important part of life in general, is being tolerant to other people's choices and accepting and loving them and appreciating them for those things, especially if they're being divinely guided. So there is this feeling here, though, that there is a deep love coming from this mother figure. She's well-intentioned. She could be misinformed about the situation, but she's well-intentioned. There's a friend energy here coming from the Knight of Swords who is really going to be helpful for you in this case. And then with the Lover's energy coming up here, if this is another person, then there's very clearly a deep love between you and this person. Or it could just be a deep love for your calling. It could be a deep love for those Broadway plays we were just talking about, or whatever that is for you. So I think because this Queen of Pentacles is so heavily on your mind, this person who you think is going to disapprove of the entire situation, I think that you're manifesting more of that because you are worried too much about what they think. And so the more you worry about how much they think, the more you're bringing in the energy of them judging you. So it does feel like once you've done this healing, you can start manifesting more of a positive outcome. But right now, it kind of seems like with this Queen of Pentacles that you're kind of manifesting this negative, not the negative outcome, but still a negative feeling from this person. Where if you can do the healing and really convince yourself that I do not care what they say, I'm going to do the thing that I'm being called to do, then you'll be able to really start bringing that more into your energy. So I would like to take a few more tarot cards and see if we can get a little bit more advice and some guidance on this situation. It feels like an important one. So we have Temperance, Ace of Pentacles, Knight of Cups, Page of Swords. And then we have the Star underneath. We have the Star showing up again. So there's this very clear message that there's a lot of healing that is probably already going on, but right in your near future, you're going to start to feel a lot of this healing coming through. And of course, your outcome is you being very balanced. So all of your healing powers are about to start coming through. And I think you've already started as well. So it does feel like you are evening out with this Temperance card. You are certainly starting to balance. You're kind of taking the middle ground. You're trying to decide, how can I bring everyone together in this situation? How can I make this a win-win situation? And that is what the Temperance is telling me, that you're going to be able to eventually explain, once you've done your healing, to everyone else in the energy why you are choosing what you are choosing. So you're really being asked to focus on this Ace of Pentacles here is really your brand new opening, your brand new beginning. It's like portals opening up. And with the Pentacles, it does feel like a very tangible thing. So it supports what we were saying about this could be a person in your life, in your energy, maybe a love interest. It could be a job opportunity. It could be a career. But whatever it is, it's a very tangible earth thing that is coming for you. So they're really being asked to focus on that, to not take your eye off of the prize. So not to take your eye off of the fact that you're pursuing a Broadway career versus a medical career, whatever that is for you, but to really keep your eye on it and to make steady progress towards it, even if you're keeping it a secret for now, even if you're not really sharing it with these negative energies around you, that you should still be taking steps all the time to work towards what that is, what your dream is, what your goal is, who your person is. But I think that there is going to be a challenge for you here too, which we've already seen with this Knight of Cups showing up here, because there's so much love. And if this is a family situation, if it's family who is really preventing you from following your heart, then that makes it that much more difficult, because you don't want to alienate your family. You want to just make everybody happy, which is really confirming everything that we've been saying all along here anyway. So the advice that's showing up here is the Page of Swords, and we have the Page of Swords coming in with the Page of Swords. So there is this energy of you just being ready for action. Like you just knowing when the time will be to put that car in drive. And you've already got the engine running. We already talked about that. Your keys are in the ignition. It's running. It sounds great. And now you just have to put it in drive. So this is really more of the same energy, saying just it's time for action. When it's time for action, you will know. Just be ready to take action is what that's really saying. But wait until you've done the healing. We've seen the Star now 2 times. And we also see this Four of Cups energy, which is more about healing. So I think that's really the advice is just be ready, do the healing, which is right around the corner. And perhaps don't think so much about the negativity, about the people around you who don't want you to do it, because the more you think about that, the more you bring that into your energy. So this Ace of Pentacles is really clearly saying to just focus on that. Focus on your dream and get it started. The potential is all right there, and you already know it. If you're sitting in the energy of the Lovers now anyway, you know that you are ready. You know what that thing is that you want to start really working on, rolling up your sleeves and getting involved in. So, and underneath this deck was the Nine of Cups. And so this is all about you just manifesting like a champion. So I think it's all coming for you. It's just really the way you see the people around you, and perhaps knowing that they're well-intentioned and just learning how to just shift the perspective a bit to explain to them why this could be a better thing for you anyway, why this person might be good for you, why this career might be good for you. And perhaps the more you share with them, the more they'll start to believe you. So I do think that this is just something that is just going to require a little bit of patience. It feels like it's all going to work out, but we are seeing that it's just going to take a little bit of time, that you're just going to keep the car parked for now. It's running, it's ready. Your inner Page of Swords is ready to go, but you just can't quite put it in drive just yet because you don't want to risk losing these other relationships around you. So let's get a few big picture oracle cards to see if we can glean any more information. You know what? The safe popped out. I shuffled it back in and now it's back again. There's the hearth. Oh my goodness. And there's the pig. So let me explain to you why this is so important. The safe is telling me that you are protected, and we've been feeling this energy of an ancestor around you the whole time. With this Empress, I was getting a grandmother energy, someone around you in your energy who is really encouraging you to pursue your dreams. This safe is saying that that person has you protected. So as long as you continue to take steps towards your dream, like this Ace of Pentacles is asking us to do, this ancestor is going to make sure to protect these relationships around you that you don't want to rock the boat with, but you still want to be able to choose what your heart is calling you to do. The hearth is here in the middle, and this is a card of creativity. So if this is a creative pursuit, if this is an artistic pursuit, if this is something that your dream career is and it involves creativity, there is your confirmation to follow your creative dreams. Because the pig is here also to say that this is going to be an extremely lucrative thing for you if you do just follow it. Wow, I love that. So I also would like to get a couple of tea leaf cards to see if we can find out any little last messages that we may have missed. I like the tea leaf cards. You guys know that. I just like how they add some very specific messages that someone is looking for. So we have dog far away, a distant friend is thinking of you. And we did say with this Knight of Swords that there is a friend in your energy who is definitely going to be able to help you in one way or another. So there you have an ally who you already know, and it's a friend. I did say I was getting the feeling of a friend coming off of this Knight of Swords too. So make that make sense for you, but that's confirming that. And then we have Bull. Do not back down from opposition, show strength and fortitude. So that's exactly what we're saying. Whoever this negative energy is around you, there is a need to not back down from it. Pursue your goals. It's all over this. Regardless of what this person, this group, this family member, these people, regardless of what they're saying to you, there is a need for you to not back down. Follow your dreams. You're being protected. And there's lucrative things here too. We have the pig and the Ace of Pentacles. So I just want to pull one last card. I want to pull a chakra card because I just like to always check in on the energy of your chakras. That's really important to me, and there's just a good way to really kind of check in and see how we're doing. So you have the root chakra, and your root chakra is definitely open. So you do feel supported. You have the heart chakra underneath with acceptance. You feel supported. You feel accepted. So I feel like you're so close to convincing these people or this group, whomever this is, make it make sense for you. But I feel like you're so close to just kind of closing this and sealing this deal and getting the permission from her family to marry her or him, or convincing your grandfather that it's time to stop being doctors in your family and go be ranchers, whatever it is. It doesn't matter. You know what it is. So, but it does feel like these people want to support you more than you're giving them credit for. So I think that's the message that keeps coming through is don't think so negatively about these people. Think positively about them and convince them. Just convince them because you know why. So, wow. Okay, so that was the reading. And please let me know if that was resonant for you, and we will do this again sometime. Thanks, everybody. Bye.